I'm in a poly relationship. The reason why I'm in a poly relationship is because I don't give a fuck if my girlfriend goes and fucks another guy, because I know she's coming back to me at the end of the night. Because we love each other. Because I'm a cool fucking person. I know that.
Yeah.
My wife fucks other guys.
God forbid this happens. Will it be fun if this open relationship ends up causing things to fall apart down the line if one of you guys finds yourself in an entanglement, so to speak, with with somebody who you might find a deeper connection with than the other person? Like, if that causes the relationship to fall apart, that probably wouldn't be very fun.
No, it would be horrible, and it would be sad.
Do you guys have a high degree of confidence that your marriage will last for decades?
I mean, I married her without a prenup, so I fucking hope so.
My wife fucks other guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't heard the news, big political streamer Destiny, he has broken up and getting a divorce with his beloved Melina. This is so sad. This is so horrible. Why is this even a story? Why are people even talking about it? That's a good question. You know, I never usually think of these kind of things as good topics to talk about, and usually I don't like talking about them because it stops and ends at someone broke up with their girlfriend, who cares? Someone got a divorce with their wife, who cares? There isn't really like much to talk about. Aside, in this specific case, Destiny decided to take to his Discord to talk to a whole bunch of his like Spurgy fans and give paragraphs and paragraphs of explanations and basically shitting on his wife Melina, who's also like a public figure. She has her own stream where she just shows her tits for fucking like 5 hours and people donate. She still has me blocked on Twitter for just reporting on the clip of Leafy pulling up her nudes on stream. I was the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger. Don't block me. That's fucked up.
My wife fucks other guys.
But I wanted to read out Destiny's explanation of this because very quickly you'll understand why I wanted to cover this. So he says, I'll have a small convo when I'm back on stream about things. I'm not going to nuke Melina or anything, but the last 2 months and 2 weeks have been a massive mindfuck for me. Watching her become obsessed with a toxic, abusive guy. When I visited Sweden last, he gave Mel an ultimatum to divorce me and then threatened to kill himself when she didn't do it. Faced suicidal Riz. That's how you get all the whores these days. And if you want to take a look at this guy, I mean, he's like a bizarre looking kind of guy. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like the classical stereotype where it's like she's leaving him for a bigger, like, jacked fucking Chad. Like, take a look at this fucking guy.
Hi, what's your name?
Melina.
Can you get me laid?
Yeah.
When?
Today.
With?
Your mom.
I don't want that. Wait, who's my mom?
Me.
Because I know she's coming back to me at the end of the night. Because we love each other.
My wife fucks other guys. My wife fucks other guys. My wife fucks other guys.
This is the heroin addict version of Ezra Miller. But it keeps going saying, among 20 other abusive / manipulative things he has done, and endlessly makes excuses for him. So I'm out. I can kind of see where he's coming from with the reason why he wanted to explain like this crazy thing happening in his life to like people on his Discord. I can understand him wanting to give an explanation, but as we've learned like fucking like thousands of times, it has never benefited anyone to make their personal like private relationship life public. It is always either used as ammunition. It always backfires on everyone. It never fucking works. And especially in this case, it's like why even make this public, because you know this is going to be used as ammunition towards you, or mainly Melina, because you know it's going to happen. You know, you put out like this big paragraph basically shitting on her, saying that she's doing a whole bunch of crazy things, hooking up and leaving you for this schizo guy. You know what your like fan base is going to do. Like Destiny is very aware. I would even say I'm a fan of Destiny. I think he's a pretty smart guy. I watch a lot of his content, and he knows the impact that an audience can have, and like he puts a lot of responsibility on other creators, specifically Hassan, when they say certain things or act a certain way that they know their audience is going to replicate. So he like understands this, and he throws out the critique of other people. So he knows that once he says this kind of stuff about Melina, his audience is gonna go shit on her and ask for questions and say like, what the fuck are you doing? And ironically, the next day he says he's gonna ban anyone who's talking bad about Melina after sending out paragraphs of shitting on her, but we'll get to that in a second. He continues responding to random people in his Discord saying, yeah, me discovering boundaries was the death knell on this relationship. Why? This proves every point I've ever made. Girls can leave you for a jobless, manipulative losers if they just play their cards right. Yeah, I wanted a massive therapy session to see if I could express myself better and iron out some boundaries, but it's hard for me to ask for anything if I've been a pushover for many years. Mel just wants validation, and this guy is willing to do anything for her 24/7. He has no job and no life. Everything revolves around her. He changes his sleep schedule when he he travels to talk to her constantly. I mean, like yeah, again, I can understand like you having like a private conversation with like one of your buddies about this, like complaining, but dude, like you're saying this to like thousands of people. You know, you're saying this with a fucking megaphone that it's going to like get repeated and thrown out to the internet for thousands and hundreds of thousands of people to see. And you know, to be 100% honest, I wouldn't even care if he just owned that, and he just like owned the fact that like, yeah, you know what, I think my fucking ex-wife is acting retarded, so I'm gonna shit on her publicly. I think she's doing some dumb shit, so I'm gonna make a statement about this. Like if he just like owned it like that, I'll be like, hell yeah, man, hell yeah, brother, I'm all for it, I'm on your side. But then just like the next day, then he's like, bad/rude/shitty comments about Melina will get you blocked / deleted and banned from everywhere, like chat or my subreddit. Just a heads up. Like what? Why even say any of that publicly to your fans and explain this and put out paragraphs shitting on Melina if you're gonna ban every single one of your fans who has anything bad to say? I mean, this shit is so cringe. Like, believe me, I do agree with the fact that he feels like it's even if he's like the only one shitting on Melina and doesn't want to send a hate brigade towards her with thousands of fans. I can get that, but if that was really what you wanted, why would you even say this publicly in the first place? Like, you gotta pick one or the other. Either don't make paragraphs and respond to your fans shitting on Melina, saying how much of a dumb fuck she is, if you don't want your fans to repeat and echo the same things you just did. Like, you know how the internet works. You know how fan bases work. He continues though saying, I'll touch on that a little, but yeah, the boundaries and everything in my relationship are absolutely fucking insane, but I never complained publicly because I didn't want to make Melina look bad. I'm fine. This is the last toxic holdover I have from my past, so from here on, it's all good for me. No, I didn't want to complain because I don't want to make my wife look bad because we're supposed to be a married team, but she has had no problem dumping on me to literally dozens and dozens of people over the past few years. So I assume this is him replying to someone saying that he didn't want to complain publicly or want to say anything publicly, but since apparently she has shit on him multiple times before, he's now justifying him doing this at the same time. He's now using that as justification. I guess so. But as I said before, pick a side. You know, you can't have both. You can't like publicly shit on Melina and say like paragraphs about how stupid she is and not expect your fans to think and say similar things. The problem isn't the person being manipulative. The problem is the difference in how we treat our spouse. If girls want to get close to me historically, they know the only way they could ever do so is sometimes by exaggerating how much they liked Melina, because shitting on Melina or attacking my wife gets you instantly cut out of my life. But for Melina, the way to get closer to her was always by shitting on me, because she loved the emotional validation of people making her feel like every single problem in the relationship was my fault. Is it just me, or like does reading this just make you feel weird? Like, I feel like that's the thing with like reading all these interpersonal messages from like online creators who decide to make this public. It just feels like I shouldn't know this information. Why the fuck do I know this? Why do I know the interpersonal problems between Destiny and Melina's relationship? Keep all this offline, man. I know it's specifically hard in Destiny's case because he streams a lot, and a lot of information about his personal life is already made public, and he can't really like lie about a lot of stuff. But to openly offer information like this to the public, I can't imagine that's a good idea. Because I had a toxic problem with blaming myself for every single problem ever in any of my relationships ever, so I figured if something was wrong, it was always on me to fix it. Jeepers, they seemed okay because 3 days ago, before Mel was supposed to leave forever, this guy did something else insanely toxic/horrible. Then Mel kind of warmed up to what I was asking for. Then in a day, she forgave everything again and is now back in it. I told her that all of her shit needs to be gone before I'm back on the 9th. And then someone accuses him of trolling, and he says, yes, a good troll is me spending 5 days off stream, death spiraling, absolutely epic. Jesus. I don't know, whenever I see stuff like this transpire online, there's no other blueprint of like what not to be, like what I don't want to happen online for me. Like it's just like, it's such good advice of what not to do to make all of my like interpersonal relationships public. It's just not such a bad idea. But it's pretty funny that the suicidal Riz gets another W again. Sorry millionaire Destiny. The suicidal e-boy twink wins in the end. Subscribe to the channel if you're new though, like the video and comment down below. Lyric stocks are going to the fucking moon. Alright, subscribe. Many more videos to come, daily content. I'll see you guys in the next one.